Moti.
Source of influencers.
I have my own view when it comes to like the social media and stuff. So I've been doing this for a couple of years. Like I've been doing the expos, competing, all that stuff before it became this massive fad. And I think that people get lost when it comes to social media. Like what I just said, like doing it for the gram, that's like a joke of mine. But people will literally just do stuff for social media. It's not because it's their passion.
Spend money they don't have, go on vacation.
Yeah, or like posting things that aren't really them, like they don't actually represent them. Like people just want to get sponsored, they want to look like they have it all, which is fine. Like we all do it, we post our highlights and stuff. But I think when it comes down to it, like you are who you are. So like for me, like my biggest thing is I won't post my ass on social media. I don't know if I'm allowed to say ass on this interview, but
you're allowed to say ass, you're allowed to say tits.
Perfect.
We'd rather you not say the second one. No, but I really respect that. And going down that road, what I like about seeing that, or rather not seeing that, is the fact that it's like that you have this respect for the fitness industry.
Yeah, but I know where I stand in the fitness industry as well.
Where in recent years, it would have kind of morphed a bit into soft pornographic sort of stuff. And you kind of want to keep those borders there.
And I think that's where the pressure lies, because you see these girls, or guys even, that post these very provocative photos, and they have a ton of followers. So people think that's what you need to do to gain a following, to gain sponsorships. Like it's all over social media. Whereas like if you kind of just stick to what you want to be doing instead of what you feel like you need to be doing, there's also ways to progress and grow.
And where do you think the social media is going to go in, say, 5 years' time? I mean,
it's going to be like hardcore porn, because at this point it's basically soft porn. So I don't know.
Everyone's just going to be a porn star.
Pretty much. There's going to be a lot of half-naked people online like there is right now.
Yeah, it is certainly gone down that route, and we do respect the fact that you have such a mature outlook on it. So would you have any advice for someone that might be 17, 18 years of age, that might be maybe starting off, and they're a female? Would you have any advice for them?
So I actually trained my little brother when he was 17, now he's 19, and it's just like, just do what you're passionate about. Like if you wanted to get into powerlifting and I'm training like a bodybuilder, I'm not going to force you to train like that. You know what I mean? Like if you go to an expo and you're more drawn to the strong men than the guys competing on stage, then go for it. Like there's no pressure that you have to be doing one thing over another, one's more popular. There's money in all industries. There's clout in all industries.
Yeah.
So yeah, just do what you want.
Some clout might be more genuine than other clout though.
Yeah, there's genuine clout and then there's just clout.
So we've learned that you grew up in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
What is your background as Canadian?
So I grew up 2 hours north of Toronto, a town called Penetanguishene, which is too long to say, so we'll just say Toronto. But I'm part Jamaican. I'm actually part Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm warming up to you now.
Yeah. Are we getting closer?
So tell us about your Jamaican side.
So my dad's born in Jamaica, came to Canada, and then met my mom, and then I'm a French Canadian whose background is Irish on my mom's side.
Okay, very good. Would you say your parents have any influence on you getting into the fitness industry?
Oh yeah, for sure. So as soon as I could walk, my parents had me on skates. Basically as soon as I could run, it was basketball, track, everything. I played on like every sport team from elementary school to high school, college level. And I remember, I think I was in elementary school and I told my mom, like, I don't want to play sports anymore. I just want to hang out with my friends. And she basically told me to get a gym membership because I'm not just going to sit around on my butt. So I kind of had this implemented athlete mentality my entire life. So it just transitioned over to competing.
Was your mom on a sports team herself?
Yeah, my mom played like high level sports her life too. So yeah.
So that was a great role model to have.
Absolutely.
And what was your dad's side?
So my dad has like the awesome genetics, but is not coordinated whatsoever. So I kind of got best of both worlds. Like I got that hard ass mentality with decent genetics. So
basically you're just talented and you haven't worked hard.
I'm talented. I have great genetics. Is this interview over?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just kidding.
So in your current state where you're training for aesthetics and also because you enjoy it.
Who's talking with their hands now?
So in your current state where you're training for aesthetics and enjoyment, where exactly does your sponsor come into that, and how do they help you?
So when it comes to sponsors, like I have a clothing sponsor and I'm affiliated with Redcon One now. It basically like depends on your contract. So there's different types of sponsors. I'm not going to get into details with mine personally, But it can be anything from like financial to publicity to like online, things like having expos. So being able to just showcase who you are just in an expo setting is really good.
And how did you get to that stage? Did they come find you? Did you find them?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was talking about with like staying true to who you are. Like I've never messaged companies or begged companies to be a part of their team. It's just they either like you or they don't. And that's probably like the actual advice I would give to people is just stay true to who you are, and whoever wants to find you will find you. But yeah, it's been like that for a while.
Well, you have a great personality in the real world. Never mind the social world. You have a great personality.
Thanks.
Last question. Can you tell us a little bit about your diet right now?
No.
No?
Yeah, I can tell you my diet. Right now it's horrible. I just ate a bunch of donuts yesterday at the expo.
Okay. So that's how you get that body. You just eat donuts.
Yeah, donuts.
Okay.
Straight donuts. I try to
Maybe
eat
you're looking for a sponsor out of Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know.
If any like protein companies want to reach me up, yeah. No, honestly, it just comes down to balance right now. Like I'm trying to find balance, but without having a specific goal in mind, like competing, I don't have to stick to anything. So if I want pizza, I'll eat pizza. But I also love my life a little bit more now than when I was competing.
Okay, so it's a nice balance.
It is.
So would you say that sometimes it's too much on someone's maybe spirit and soul to spend that long of time where you're constantly not enjoying life just to be in that shape?
I think everyone's different. So like if you want to diet down for summer or if like an expo, a show, whatever, that's great. But it's not it doesn't have to be your entire life. Like I know people who just focus on when they're going to get their next meal. That's their biggest priority of the day. And for me, that's not enjoyable. I rather spend time with friends, go out for food sometimes. I don't know. That's just me.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.